Hey guys, this is Brandon's Baseball Vlogs. I'm going to be doing this sports interview with my best friend Randy to discuss the historic pace that Aaron Judge is on, where he just tied Joe DiMaggio for the fourth most home runs in franchise history, and how he is closing in on Lou Gehrig and Roger Maris, and then the great Bambino Babe Ruth, and about how historic it was to see Yankee Stadium and New York all come together at Yankee Stadium yesterday on 9/11 to literally show that we can overcome anything, and how historic it was that the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, was at the game to talk with him before the game, and also to realize how you guys can stand united and how we can stand literally together and show that we can overcome anything, and about how Aaron Judge and all the players reacted to meeting the President of the United States for the first time. My honest opinion, even though you may not agree with him or you may not like him, it shows that we stand united. And it was an honor as a Yankee fan to have the president actually at the game, sitting next to our owner and our president. And just like the standing ovation he got from the fans and from New York, it was honestly the right thing to do. Even though you may not agree with him, just don't boo. Just show and cheer that New York was able to stand over anything and overcome anything. And it was a great thing that the Yankees did by doing that moment of silence to honor the victims and the first responders, and to have a firefighter actually sing the national anthem and a police officer sing the God Bless America. And honestly, it was really cool history that Aaron Judge literally tied Joe DiMaggio and the Yankees getting the win. And that every time the president shows up to a game, the Yankees are 12-0. And my honest opinion, it was really cool. And plus, we're going to be discussing WrestleMania 43 being announced in Saudi Arabia. And also I want to say happy birthday to Freddie Freeman of the Los Angeles Dodgers, because literally he's an amazing leader, he's an amazing player, and I'm glad your son made a full recovery from that horrible disease and everything. And plus, literally just happy birthday, and that he turned 36 years old today. And here's my best friend Randy to discuss all the big important topics. Here's my friend Randy.
Hello.
So Randy, what do you think about the Aaron Judge tying Joe DiMaggio a week after he passed Yogi Berra for fifth most in franchise history, and now ties Joe DiMaggio for the most home runs in franchise history, fourth behind Lou Gehrig, Roger Maris, and Babe Ruth?
Well, he did say records are meant to be broken. Just saying this, even though I'm a Red Sox fan, I still respect the New York teams that are breaking records. Therefore, congratulations, Aaron Judge, for breaking another record.
True, and plus, Aaron Judge said it didn't matter to him most because they got the win, but just the day of remembrance they were playing on. And what did you think of how, even though people may not agree with the leader, that literally the president came to the game, had fun, and got a big standing ovation, and shows how New York was able to overcome everything in even that darkest hour?
I mean, yes, yesterday was a very darkest hour for 9/11. I was 5 years old when that happened. Let me just tell you the story. I was going to James E. Allen School. I was on the bus, and I was sitting on the bus where the buses park, and they weren't letting us off. So we're like, me and my busmates are like, what the heck is going on? And then next you know, all the buses turned around. Every single kid was going home. And I get home, and they let me off, and they say, go inside fast. I'm like, what the? I'm like, in my head, because I'm a kid, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I was 5 years old when this happened. I'm like, what is going on? But a lot of people passed away in that situation. I want to give a shout out to Pete Davidson, because I'm a big fan, and I'm just my condolences for your father dying at age 33, and I'm sorry for your loss. Therefore, my Uncle Joe's coworker, rest in peace to you, Brooks. You were only 23, should not have been in that situation.
Yeah, plus my dad's best friends were in that building.
The craziest things that happen, like you don't even realize because they weren't around for that generation because they may hear stories, but I was alive for it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can get the memories, but there was tons and tons of people who passed away in that, and it's not a joke.
Yeah.
So this is out to anybody that is a United States citizen or whoever. Don't make jokes about the B word because that is not a serious joke in the United States. Because you go to any places, it's insane. You're like around this time of the day, it's not a joke.
And plus, what do you think of how the president was at the stadium and he got a big standing ovation, no boos at all, and he met with the team and he said, even though it's a hard day, just go out there and have fun and just get the win. But like the way the stadium embraced him and showed that they were able to overcome everything.
Well, I was going to give a shout out to Deer Park High School. Congratulations on beating Copeg High School yesterday on 9/11, 21-20. Let's go Deer Park.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to my Deer Park Unions. I was there, and yeah. I was there with my friends.
Cool. And what do you say to New York embracing that the president was at the stadium and how New York was able to show that they were able to overcome everything and just like the way.
Not a lot of people know that Donald Trump was a co-owner of the New York Jets, so that's the thing. That's why. And his hometown is New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York. He's not from no spoiled rich town of freaking Washington. He's from New York.
Yeah. And what do you think of how when Aaron Judge made everyone out of the Yankee Stadium dugout to literally go onto the field, stand next to each other to do that moment of silence, and how Aaron Judge said, even though you may not agree with him, today was a different day, and just be there to do the moment of silence, and how it was an honor to meet the president.
I mean, whenever you meet the president, you always have to say it's an honor to meet you. You have to. If you're a United States citizen, you have to. You have to respect the president.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think of how the stadium just erupted with cheers and there was no single boos to honor that he was there?
I'm kind of shocked that he did not get boos because here's the thing. He didn't get boos because people finally realized he's doing something for the country.
Mm-hmm.
But also, not a lot of people know that, like, this is his last as being president.
Yeah, and plus this, literally, like my mom said the other night, literally, it was 9/11 and it was not the right place for people to boo.
Yeah, and also on 9/11, you don't want to do that type of stuff.
Yeah. And what do you have to say about what Judge said? He made his teammates, everyone, get out of the dugout to stand next to each other for a moment of silence and everything.
Moment of silence, please. And silence your phones.
And what do you think of what Judge said by making his teammates be out there with them?
I mean, that's natural respect for New York because that's where the Twin Towers was at.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think of when Derek Jeter years ago said to George W. Bush, "Don't bounce it, they'll boo you." And President Bush still remembers it. But like where Bush said he threw the first pitch strike and it showed everyone in the United States was able to overcome everything, and the whole stadium erupted in cheers after that first pitch.
I mean, it's George W. for you, dude.
Yeah, and what do you think of when Bush said it was great that sports was able to come back and distract everyone and saved everyone?
I mean, a lot of people know American sports is #1 to distract us, to save everything, every thoughts, negative thoughts. Like, it brings our positive side in us.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone out there, if you have those negative thoughts, always do something that you're passionate of and just think of the positive. Think of your happy place inside your head, your happy place. You always gotta find your happy place.
Yeah, and what do you think about how all these baseball players said it was just an honor to meet the president and how they wanted to play for the win, just to get the win for him, but also the win for the victims and the first responders, and wearing the NYPD hats and the fire department hats during the game?
I mean, get me one of those hats.
And what do you think of it?
Well, they wear it every year the 9/11 events, so they have to. It's recommended for 9/11.
Yeah, and MLB is now considering to have the players wear the actual police officer uniforms as jerseys and fire department ones for 9/11 to honor them.
Oh, that would be so cool. They need to do that. That would be so sick.
What do you have to say to Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball?
Do it. Don't hesitate. Do it.
Yeah. And what do you think about like how the Yankees, for the first time in history, had lost back-to-back games by 10 plus runs, and they came back to win 9-3.
Jeez. What do we get with that? Paris Hilton?
Yeah, and what do you think of it that it was an honor that the president made even history? He was the third president to be at the game since George W. Bush and William Harding.
That's insane.
And what do you think of how Aaron Boone said, and all the players say, they still remember the days where they were standing and what they were doing that day in 2001? Hearing the players tell their stories.
I mean, it's kind of cool they get to explain their stories. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And what do you think of how all Major League Baseball did that moment of silence for at least 40 minutes?
I mean, it's 40 minutes is a good sign because they're showing appreciation to the loss of people in 9/11. So it's known that it's showing respect.
Yeah, and what do you think about how they had the fire department and the police department sing the national anthem and God Bless America?
God bless America. Yeah.
Yep, and so what do you think of how the Red Sox are in third place, the Yankees are in second place, and it could look like a Yankees-Red Sox rematch in the ALDS possibly, or maybe the ALCS when the postseason begins October 1st this year?
That would be cool, to be honest. That would be cool.
And what do you think about how Judge has had 46 home runs, Giancarlo Stanton's had 20 home runs, Ben Rice 23, and also Cody Bellinger at 28, Jazz Chisholm 28, Trent Grisham 30, and Austin Wells 21. And the Yankees have 7 players with 20 plus home runs, and they're tied for franchise history with 7 players with 20 plus home runs, and they need one more player to get to 20 home runs so they can break the record.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. They have to break the record. That'd be cool.
And plus, what do you think of this? Breaking news came out from Volpe. He's been playing with a partial tear in his labrum in his elbow, but he's had cortisone shots and he's been able to play through it. Do you think the Yankees need to shut him down or continue what they're doing with the cortisone shots?
If he's not playing hard with the cortisone shots where it's going to injure him bad, and he's not going too hard, he's taking a slow pace and he's taking it easy, then let him keep on going. Let's see what he got. But like, if he's not taking it easy, he's not taking it in a normal pace, then they need to shut him down. Because if he's not following protocols, he's not being safe, then shut him down. But if he's following protocols, he's being safe, then don't shut him down. Let him keep on rolling.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
And what do you think of this? MLB just announced they're possibly thinking about bringing Wander Franco back to baseball.
Oh, heck no. No, 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 no.
And plus, my mom said that it would be an embarrassment to baseball. What do you have to say to that?
It will. I mean, it definitely will. The fact of the matter is, he's not a good person.
Mm-hmm.
He's the scum of the earth. But, like, at the end of the day, like, no, it's not good.
What do you have to say to Rob Manfred?
I'm going to stop watching baseball because of you.
And
I can't watch baseball because I don't have cable in my room.
I understand.
I don't really care. I'm not even watching baseball anyway.
And plus, what do you think of this? WrestleMania 43 has been announced in Saudi Arabia by Triple H today.
Oh, that's going to suck because, actually, to be honest, like, then it's going to be on a Saturday and a Sunday, though. But, like, at the end of the day, if it's a Saturday, it's going to be early in the day because they're in a different country, and at the end of the day, it's a different time frame, and it kind of sucks. It's better. I don't even understand why they're doing it in Saudi Arabia. They should do it in the United States because they usually do Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia.
True.
I'm not complaining. Triple H is doing a fantastic job with the WWE company, so I cannot complain. So, hats off to you, Triple H.
And what do you think? Liv Morgan was there.
I mean, it's cool. She's back, but she's not cleared to wrestle, though.
True. And what do you think about the Judgment Day?
I have a feeling she's going to get kicked out of the Judgment Day anyway, because there's a lot of freaking sketchy stuff going on in Judgment Day that Finn is doing.
Yep.
And I feel like once Liv finds out that, sorry, Roxanne, I got a rat shirt dumbass out, you little pixie self, but Liv, Roxanne lost your tag titles with Raquel, so don't blame Raquel, blame that little pixie.
And what do you think of AJ Lee being officially back?
Oh, I saw her WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. I'm glad to see AJ Lee back. She had a long history with that Divas title. Now, here's the thing: if there's stipulation for CM Punk and AJ Lee to beat Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, which I can't stand, that freaking leprechaun Irish woman. Nothing against Irish woman. I just can't stand her. Hey, Becky, why don't you get me some of my Lucky Charms from Stop and Shop and fetch me a sandwich, woman, while you're at it?
And what do you think about the Usos versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed and Jey maybe turning heel and turning into Roman?
I mean, Jey and Jimmy were heels before they were doing the Bloodline thing, so, I mean, sorry, Roman, you caused that monster coming up.
True. And what do you think of this? Do you think CM Punk and AJ are going to beat Seth and Becky?
Without a doubt they are freaking beat Seth freaking Crybaby Rollins. That sellout.
And
come on, Becky Lynch, why don't you get your coward of a husband to face CM Punk as a man? And why don't you stop being his, what is that word?
Coward.
Oh, that's right. No, the bottom bitch of the marriage. And go fetch me my Lucky Charms. I need some Lucky on my side. And why don't you go fetch me a sandwich while you're at it?
And just like, do you think what WrestleMania in 43 is a good idea? But also, do you think WrestlePalooza, we're getting John Cena, Brock Lesnar one last time?
Okay, they already got a freaking title that they're selling at WrestlePalooza, undisputed title, a very special one. I already saw the release of it, so it's really cool. So, like, now what they're doing at these events, like Royal Rumble or WrestlePalooza, they're having these, like, special titles for those events. And it has very cool custom on it, so, like, and it's sponsored by the WWE shop, so, like, that's cool. And you get a special belt bag, but this belt bag for WrestlePalooza is kind of bland, it's kind of boring. I mean, I would go for the title, but I wouldn't go for the belt bag, though. The belt bag is boring. But like, if you get the belts, you're gonna see like really cool design, everything. And these special titles for these events are going really cool. For those events, like they have wrestlers as side plates, custom side plates for the belts. You can only get it with that title, though.
Yeah, and plus they're saying this. They're thinking John Cena is going to beat Brock. I want John Cena to win.
The last time Brock and John faced was it was 2012 when Brock returned after. Oh yeah, there was no way out, and they had a no holds barred match, and John Cena won that. And then the last match that I seen Brock that had a really good standout match was against Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 when I was there. And he beat the streak, they changed the script, which was not funny, but like, end of the day, I just couldn't understand that shit, but it was whatever.
And do you think John's gonna win?
I want John to win because I can't stand Brock Lesnar.
True. Also, we're going to be talking about WWE and the NFL and how the NFL season is off to a really good start. My Jets played against my dad's Steelers, and I do a shout out to my dad who's in heaven for literally getting me into football and how he cared about the Steelers. So, Dad, I'm rooting for the Steelers for you and for New York teams. And literally the Steelers won by a score of 34-28 over the Jets. I'm glad my dad's team won. And also, we did see the Chiefs lost to the Chargers. We saw the Buccaneers came back and beat the Falcons by a score of 24-21. It was a great game. Honestly, NFL has been doing great. I'm really happy for football that it's back, and honestly, seeing football stars being in the WWE ring and also seeing more NFL stars being at the WWE events is really cool to see. And plus, I'm glad I saw my Buffalo Bills came back and won by a score of 41-40. And literally, it was a crazy game where the Bills were down, then the Ravens were up. Bills came back. Ravens were up again. And then the Bills came back, and then the Ravens took a bigger lead, and then the Bills tied them, and then came back with the field goal winning goal to win by a score of 41-40. I'm literally happy. My Bills came back and won. And literally I'm excited for the Bills this year and the Ravens. And literally the Lions won too. And literally, here's my friend Randy to discuss all that. My opinion, I want John Cena to win. I think Jey Uso is turning heel. I think they should turn Jimmy heel too. And honestly, I'm happy. Literally, Usos versus Bronson Reed and Bronze Breaker. And Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I want John Cena to win. The Usos are going to win. CM Punk and AJ Lee. Those two are going to beat the heck out of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Here's my friend Randy to discuss football and WWE. So, Randy, what do you think about how the NFL season has started with the Chiefs losing to the Chargers?
I'm happy my Eagles won 1-0. But to top of that, my job is sponsored by the New York Jets, which he lost to the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers got his revenge like he said he was. But on top of that, even though my job is sponsored by the Jets, and our Big Mac is sponsored for the Jets, the Jets slaughterhouse for Big Mac, I worked there for 3 years. I don't get raised. I don't get promotion. I took the day off yesterday because, I had to. I had to rest my body. My body's been hurting. My body's not the same as it was before. I had the stress and quality of this job. They don't give me other positions. I used to do overnights. Maybe you fans saw me on overnights, but I haven't done overnights in a while. Because, manager positions, they don't want to give me my overnights. They want to complain. They want to make every second end, and they don't want to treat me as, a crew member. They just want me put as a maintenance person.
Wow.
They don't want to give me a raise. They don't want to give me a promotion. If I want to get a raise on my pay, I have to talk to my general manager. And then on top of that, they got to go to the higher-ups to approve it. Let me just tell you this, Chad. I do this job by myself. I'm pulling 300-pound carts by myself with scoliosis, no brace.
That's insane.
I have my freaking stuffed animal dog and my squirrel support my back because of that shit.
Wow.
But, yeah, I'm out of breath every day, and like when I'm tired at my job, I sit on the floor in the kitchen. That's how tired my body.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about how the players in NFL are getting paid too much? And just like how my dad lost his love for baseball because of the strike, and literally how he roots for the Steelers and how I root for them, even though he's in heaven. I root for his team just to make him happy, and I root for all New York teams.
Hey, my job, corporate, you see this video. I need a raise because if I get injured, your company's screwed. Mm-hmm. And this is being watched by millions over the world.
Yep.
You're taking advantage of a person with disability that's been off his meds for quite a while. And I've been A-okay. But on top of that, you're taking advantage of a lot of workers at McDonald's.
Yep.
You're paying me immediately $16 an hour. I'm worth more than $16 an hour when I'm doing a job by myself with zero help and no complaints. Guess what? You already gave me 3 strikes? Who else got strikes in that job for something they clearly didn't do? No one. You get favoritism to everybody else, but when it comes to a person with disability, I'm the problem.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And plus, what do you think about how my dad's team, the Steelers, beat the Jets? And I root for the Steelers and the Jets, but I root for the Steelers because it was my dad's team, and he is in heaven.
I mean, I used to have a Ben Roethlisberger jersey, like Steelers, though. It was a pretty cool jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind getting an Aaron Rodgers freaking Steelers jersey, though.
Same. And also, what do you think of how Aaron Rodgers said, I wanted to hear the fans and how they reacted to me beating them?
I mean, Just Nation, you should realize that your freaking owner of the Jets did something stupid and broke a contract. Oh, and if you know who I used to date on this channel, I used to date that's freaking spying on me. I found your sports channel, and it looks so poorly bad, though. like 4 videos or 3 videos with me only, and just to let you know, those views are because of me, and don't forget that.
Yeah, and what do you think about how my Bills came back and won 41-40 after being down, and then coming back down, coming back down, coming back against the Ravens and getting the winning field goal?
Damn, my cousin's team lost to the Bills. But on top of that, first thing I'm talking about, have fun in Wisconsin. No one's gonna miss you in New York, so bye.
But you were saying about the Bills.
Jeez, Josh Allen beat freaking Lamar Jackson. Damn.
41-40.
Are we talking about Roadhouse now? Oh my God.
What do you think of the Bills this year?
I mean, the prediction is it's either going to be Bills and Ravens in the Super Bowl, or it's going to be Detroit in the freaking Ravens in the Super Bowl. So let's see what's going to happen. Or unless the Chiefs are going to freaking rig like people say they do. Let me just say this. That Super Bowl against the Eagles and Chiefs, I mean, yeah, that play was rigged. But who has proof that, the Chiefs paid off the refs? I feel like the refs are saying, I bet you if we rigged the Super Bowl. And actually, it was the refs who rigged that Super Bowl because a ref got, fired.
Yeah, and what do you think of this, how NFL made it official? They're talking to baseball commissioner Rob Manfred to do a celebrity baseball game with superstars and legends from both baseball and NFL to literally do this, to actually have a celebrity game where they can play together and sell jerseys with NFL and baseball logos all over it.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool to have.
But they're saying they're going to do it in 4 years.
4 years?
What do you have to say to the commissioner of football and the commissioner of baseball?
Hey, no. Do it right now. The fans want it now.
And if you want more fans, do it.
Like, want more fans, do it now. Don't wait. You're not going to get more fans if you freaking wait 4 years. Are you high or stupid?
Yeah, and what do you think about Giraffe Neck Mark? We're still calling him out.
Join our freaking interviews. We have a lot to discuss.
And how he's mad about the Mets struggling right now.
Well, you're mad specifically because why? Juan Soto is going to be in the baseball classic.
And literally Juan Soto has 38 home runs this year, 30 stolen bases. He's the first Mets player to have 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases since Jose Reyes. And how the Mets haven't seen the September Soto, where Soto has been doing really good, and how MLB Network admits that Mark DeRosa is a great former player and great analyst, where he says, literally, you don't have to always change your at-bat. You got to actually focus on making the right adjustments to make the right at-bat moves to get the better at-bats. How Mark DeRosa is a great analyst, and he tells the players, you got to do it this way to make better adjustments at the plate and to make better offensive choices. What do you think of Mark DeRosa saying that about the Mets and all of baseball? Rain. And what do you think of what Mark DeRosa said?
I text something in your chat with oh, I can't stay on here. It's funny, but I mean, it's funny. It's funny because it is a good thing because basically it's not. I mean, good job, Soto. Do you want a cookie for all the things you're doing that Jose Reyes already did?
And what do you think about Mark DeRosa saying that you can do anything, but you should do it this way to make better offensive choices and better bat adjustments?
Yeah, it's not wrong. But another topic of sports. Kawhi Leonard just got kicked out of the NBA league for fraud.
Wow.
And he's going to fucking jail.
Wow.
He's a two-time NBA MVP and champion. He got kicked out of the league for fraud of a contract.
That's insane. And what do you think about how Mark DeRosa said he's a former baseball player, but he says you got to do it like this, where you got to swing in the right zone to make the better adjustments, and you got to block out the bad noises to make
Mark DeRosa, that's real.
So, Randy, what do you think about the Yankees-Red Sox final series of 2025 between these two teams?
I'm hyped.
And what do you think? The Yankees are in second place, the Red Sox are in third, and they're in the top 2 wild card spots.
I mean, Yankees worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about the Red Sox?
I mean, they came from a good season, a lot of injuries, but at the end of the day, they've been doing a lot of good stuff lately.
Yeah, and what do you have to say about Alex Bregman?
And I can see the Yankees and Red Sox being in the playoffs and the rivalries they had before.
Mm-hmm. And what do you have to say about Alex Bregman? He could sign an extension with the Red Sox.
That'd be good.
And what do you have to say to Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez?
Well, Liv, you gotta snatch that little pixie's hair off her head. Hit her to the wall and say, "You freaking hoe bad you lost our title and you're supposed to protect it.
What do you have to say to Roxanne?
Have a nice time for your death wish. And, Sour Patch Kids, sponsored, family size.
And I want to say this. What do you have to say about what Liv Morgan always says?
Watch me.
So, Randy, you were saying to Mark DeRosa.
That's not a bad idea. So does that mean I gotta put a bucket on my head? Oopsies.
And what do you think about WWE and how it's been?
We talking about WWE now?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy with WWE, with whatever the storylines are going on, though. I did not expect, I did expect the Usos to come back, because now Triple H does not want to push Jey to be a singles competitor. But, Triple H chooses him. But, Jey and Jimmy were the longest tag team titles. So how do you think he's not going to be good enough to be undisputed or world champion? He held the Intercontinental title for what? Not that long. He got
like maybe 54 days, 30? I don't remember.
How long was Solo Sikoa with the United States title champion?
Since Night of Champions.
And he lost at the Sami Zayn. Insane.
Yeah. And you go.
So now the Bloodline has 0 titles.
Yep.
No, well, Sami Zayn is part of the original Bloodline, so maybe basically the original Bloodline still has the title, though.
Yeah. And what do you think of what Roman said to Jey?
Roman's the reason why Jey is becoming Roman now.
Yep. Do you think it's a good idea?
Nah.
You don't think so?
If Jey can control the animosity that what Roman's teaching him, then yes, it's a good idea. But if Jey is not ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to say this, Brandon, but even though you're a fan of Jey, but I feel like maybe if Jey takes over the passion of the tribal chief. But the fact is, I feel like Jey is gonna overdo it, though.
Honestly, yeah. I agree with you. And what do you think of him spearing LA Knight like that?
LA Knight kind of deserved it, though.
And what do you have to say to Jey for doing that?
Well, I didn't get my perspective why LA Knight deserved it, though. If you look at it, why he deserved it, because he pushed so many buttons.
Yeah. And
your beef, well, let me just say this. LA Knight, your beef is not with Jey or Jimmy, it's with Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. And Seth Rollins and his freaking Lucky Charms leprechaun of a wife. Does anybody remember when she dressed up like a goddamn woman leprechaun when she was on NXT?
I remember.
Dance?
And what'd you think of Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, and Stephanie Vaquer returning to NXT?
Okay, so that's where they started off, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people know that's where a lot of people start off in the WWE. Bray Wyatt, Corey Graves, Neville, Roman, Dean, Seth Rollins.
I think Cody.
Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton. Bella Twins, no, because they already made it in the main roster. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and then her tag team partner when they were the Funkadactyls, and then Rose Clay. And you get Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel.
Yeah, and did you know we're going to get Stephanie Vaquer, Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton to team against the 3 women that they confronted?
Yeah, Homecoming, because it was the former member of Toxic Attraction. You can't forget Mandy Rose. She started off as that group with Sonya Deville. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the worst group they had. But at the end of the day, I mean, oh, did you know that Mandy Rose might make a comeback in WWE though?
Oh, cool.
Because she got released, so not a lot of people know what she did wrong when she was NXT Women. That's why they took the title off of her, because WWE does not allow WWE superstars to have other options in their because they have a contract. When you have a contract, you have to follow it. You got to follow the guide rules. If you're not supposed to have any other sites to do, like OF, don't do it. It's really, I mean, you're 18, make your own decisions. Do OF.
Yeah.
If you want to expose yourself, go do it. By all means, do whatever you want.
Yeah, and what do you think about, like, just like how we're getting Jade versus Tiffany again? Brock Lesnar returns to SmackDown tonight.
Oh my God, not freaking Jade again. I can't stand her.
Yeah, and also we're going to be getting Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew Fortentire?
Yeah, and we're also going to be, there's a rumor that we may get Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the Undisputed Championship. And Triple H announced Cody Rhodes as his spoiler to return at WrestlePalooza.
I said I'm going to kick your head over the Claymore. Hold on. All hail Plankton. Is this the Krusty Krab?
No.
No, this is Patrick.
But what do you think of what I said about Drew versus Randy Orton and the rumor?
It's really good matches, though. I mean, they seem like legit good matches, but, like, how many times we got to get Drew a freaking world title match? I mean, he couldn't get the big one of the world heavyweight title.
Yeah.
The only title he ever won, was the WWE title, though. That's the only one he won. So.
Yeah, and what do you think of how the rumor is Cody Rhodes versus Drew versus Randy Orton for the Undisputed Championship, and Triple H announced, spoiler, Cody Rhodes returns at WrestlePalooza.
When was there ever a WrestlePalooza, though?
This is the first time.
Yeah, so, well, where was Cody Rhodes been this whole time?
He had a baby.
Oh, right.
Yep. And he's filming Street Fighter with Roman.
Oh, right. So basically Roman was taking over the storyline not because he had injuries. Street Fighter. Right.
Yeah, and I can't wait for that movie to come out. And also, what do you think about just like how the rumors that we may get John Cena versus possibly someone he hasn't faced in a really very long time, or we may get him versus AJ Styles again possibly, or him versus Dominic Mysterio, or John Cena maybe versus Gunther.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I'm not gonna lie, I would not mind.
Yeah.
But I would also.
What did you think of the John Cena versus Logan Paul match?
Come on, Logan Paul, be real.
No, like the match that happened at Clash in Paris.
It was alright.
I honestly thought it was cool where John Cena used AJ Styles' move.
I mean, it was, but a lot of wrestlers have to get permission to do that, though.
Yeah. And what do you think of John Cena? That we're at 7 dates left until he retires.
I love John Cena. It hurts for me to see him go but at the end of the day, I will still be there to support his legacy. He made my dream come true when he made those matches with Bray. If it wasn't for John to see Bray's vision of what he wanted in his matches,
Mm-hmm.
John is very professional when it comes to wrestling. He knows when it comes to professionalism in wrestling, he knows the in and out of wrestling politics.
Yeah, and what do you think of when John Cena said on 9/11, when he was still wrestling, he said, "We got him"?
I just want to say this, firstly to John. I want to say I appreciate everything you've done for the WWE. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. You are the GOAT of WWE. We love you, John Cena, and we will never forget your historic of 17-time world champion. You may have not done it the right way, but I still respect because you had to get that last big one because Ric Flair himself said he wanted you to break his record. He said that personally to that New Yorker podcast person that screwed you at Night of Champions against Seth freaking Rollins, which I can't stand you. I hate your guts. I don't say hate as a deep, deep hatred because I don't hate him deeply. I just hate his personality because he's a coward.
Hides behind his wife.
Yeah, that's a freaking leprechaun. When she started in NXT, she was doing the Irish fiddle dance, embarrassing the WWE. But it's just we didn't have good sponsors to give her a good gimmick because she's not talent until she became the man. Oh, unless she's the man of the pants of the relationship of the marriage.
And I do want to say thank you for doing this sports interview. This will be going on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Before we go, like, comment, subscribe, and tap that notification, and comment to see what we want to talk about. And Mark, comment, and join our interviews. You know your Mets are not doing good, but I'm a Mets supporter. And also,
SML.
Go to New York, and Logan, make me a custom Jeffy puppet. Hold on, before we go. Where did my bucket go? Why? Daddy, where the hose at?
Hey guys, I agree literally with what Randy said about WWE. Seth Rollins, I may not agree with everything, but you're still a good wrestler. I don't hate you, I just don't like the way you wrestle, and plus how your wife wrestles and everything. I agree with what Randy said. Draftneck Mark, get on this sports interview. We want you to be on so we can talk to you about the Mets and baseball and what your love for the game of baseball is, and also SML. Get us a sponsorship with us and you, and give us a actual puppet that looks like Randy and me, Brandon Scher, SML. Drop down in the comments and what your ideas are. And also, honestly, WWE has been great. Honestly, NFL has been great. NFL, please do that big sponsor thing where we're going to be doing that NFL baseball celebrity game where we'll have legends and superstars doing it because we want to see it. And also, John Cena is literally the GOAT of wrestling. And Ric Flair wanted you to be the 17-time champion. He wanted you to beat his own record. Congrats, John Cena. And it's hard to believe we're 7 days away until your retirement match. That's going to be so emotional for me and all WWE fans. And we want to say thank you, John Cena, for everything you've done for wrestling. And plus, my biggest thing that I loved about John Cena as a wrestler, where he said, "We got him." And that really showed he cares about the United States of America. Literally, I want to say thank you, guys. And thank you, Randy, for being on the sports interview. And literally, this was the best thing that we did with baseball, WWE, and NFL. And that's crazy news what we heard about the guy getting banned out of NBA. And thank you, guys.